Monday, Jesus asked, can the blind lead the blind? Will they not both fall into the same pit? And today's question that we will be asking is, what blinds people from light? Very important question.
Good. And I will answer briefly. It's by two words. It's what is the source of light that we are blind because of it. Number two, it's the world. The second word is the world.
Heavy.
And all the happiness of this world and all the pleasures of this world. This is the 90% of the reason why people are blind.
So what do you mean when you say the world, that blinds people?
Like, as I said, like it's pleasure. It's pleasure, it's three things, like the nature, we are human from sinful nature, and we love sin because sin sometimes it is nice, it's pleasure.
You mean the passions of the flesh?
The passion of the flesh, and also Satan himself. Satan himself, he separates us. He tried to separate us from the source. What is the source? God is the source of light.
Okay, so so you're saying you cannot have both. You cannot have the world and you cannot see the light at the same time. Why can't I have both of them?
There will be a period of time you might be lukewarm, living as a lukewarm, or not you, I mean people, okay? But that period of time actually is going to be that person going downhill until he will get out of even that glimpse of light, then he will be in total darkness. In other words, he's gonna dump himself 7-8 feet in the mud of this world.
So you're saying that if you do have God's light in your life, but you have one foot in the world, then you're saying that it's much more easier for us to backslide?
Yes.
Into darkness?
Yes.
Okay, so you're
unless we are very careful and stand firm and get out of that inch or that foot, gradually Satan is going to pull us step after step, inch after inch, until we get a full life from me.
Okay, so if light equals, let's say, white, and darkness equals black, let's say, is there no gray area then? You're saying that this gray area
Yeah, there is. There is. I said
is that lukewarm?
Yes.
Okay.
Lukewarm. And Jesus, he said in one of the letters in Revelation chapter 3 to one of the churches, he said, it's kind of like, I hate the situation. He said, you are neither cold nor warm. I wish you were either of them. You lukewarm.
So you're saying, is it better to be in the gray area or completely in darkness? What's healthier?
Completely in darkness.
Completely in darkness.
Why? Because the Pharisees and teachers of the law, they were serving God. They were doing ritual things in the temple, which is something about prayer, worship, something like that. But they were in darkness, and they said, what do you mean? Are we blind too? And Jesus rebuked them. He said, if you were seeing, blah, blah, but if you were blind, your sins has been forgiven. But because you say that I see, okay, then your sins will stay. Your blindness will stay.
Right. Okay. So again,
sorry. The whole point here, there's another word which is hypocrisy.
Right.
Hypocrisy, and God, He hates hypocrite people.
Right. Right.
And we have millions of people today in churches. They are full of hypocrisy.
Right.
On Sunday, we worship. On Monday, we go to our own sinful nature.
Right. Agree 100%. So as our time is slipping away, the question again is, what blinds people from light? So let's say someone's already blinded.
Yes.
They cannot see.
Yes.
Whether they had the light and now they don't, or whether they were in complete blindness from birth, we don't know. But there are different types of people watching, different groups of people.
Right.
What would you say to each of those people who say, I am blind, I do admit that I'm blind, because you have some people that say, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're crazy,
Yes.
in other words.
Yes.
But there are some who say, I've been blind from birth, or I was blind since whatever age. How do I receive sight?
Okay. Well, number one, the willingness, as I said, but there is another word is, Jesus said, by their fruits you will know them. He's talking about the deeds. It's what are my deeds? What are my fruits? And one of them is, if we hate the light, then we will not be able, we will be blind if we hate the light. And if we are unwillingness, and another thing is stuck in our sin. As I said, sinful nature, like let's say somebody he is addicted to cocaine or addicted to smoking. Okay, he's stuck. I'm just example I'm saying. If he is willing to get rid of that addiction, there is a helper, there is a source who can release and free. But if I don't want to get rid of it, then I will be always blind.
Well, and also admitting means that we are realizing that there exists a problem. The society does not teach us to determine what the root of the problem is. All we try to do is band-aid it, mask it, numb it,
Right.
escape from it.
Okay.
But if we really want to go to the root of the
Little
problems,
patches here
right,
and there.
here and there, sort of like a quick fix. But if we really want to go to the root of the problem, that means that identifying that a problem exists, or at least identifying that we're limited in our knowledge. And if we're limited in our knowledge, then that is even, I think, the first step to seeing there is something out there, there is a solution, there is an escape from my current situation.
Yes, it's really not knowledge. Even if I am ignorant, whatever it is, it's the question is Jesus mentioned about the old and the new. All of us, we have sinful nature, we are full of guilt, of shame, of sin, of failure. What we need to do is to smash our old personality and ask God to give us the new masterpiece where He was originally created us to be.
Well said. We run out of time, but we'll be back with another episode soon. What blinds people from light? We'd love to hear your comments, so give us a call at the studio if you have any feedback for this topic. What blinds people from light?